Well, good morning. It is Tuesday, February the 16th, and this again is Wise Words from Waldo. Yesterday morning I shared a devotion about God's presence. Today I'd like to share one about God's protection. After all, it's one thing to acknowledge God's presence, and it's another thing to step out and act like He's present. Solomon Ginsburg was a Polish Jew. He got saved and became an evangelist in Europe and South America. His meetings were largely attended, and his schedule became grueling. In 1911, he needed rest, and so he decided to take a short furlough to America. His route would take him to Lisbon, where he would then cross the Bay of Biscay. When he arrived in Lisbon, he was warned against sailing because of the severe storms on the Bay of Biscay. He was advised to wait 1 week. He went to his room and he began praying. His devotion that day was from Deuteronomy chapter 2 and verse 7, which was a reminder to Moses that God had led and protected him for 40 years in the wilderness and wasn't leaving him now. Solomon believed that it was God's assurance that his travels would be under divine protection. So he boarded the ship and crossed without any problems. In London, he caught the ship Majestic, and his transatlantic crossing was as smooth as it could be. Only after arriving in America did Solomon learn that if he'd been delayed 1 week in Lisbon, he would have then arrived in London just in time to cross the Atlantic on the new ship, the Titanic. Wow. I'm grateful for God's protection. I can look back over my life and see it. And some of the time, I didn't even know He was protecting me. God is our refuge and strength. He is a very present help in times of trouble. Now stop and think about that.